Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today, K-Dog? Top Hussein, Prof X, Ace Fusion. Ended up not getting to sleep till about 7 a.m. yesterday. Shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. Get to sleep, man. 8:15 a.m. Yeah, it's 8:31 now. And yeah, I get it, but you shouldn't be doing that, Ace. Hey, what's up, Haj? Welcome. And Noob Mother and everybody else. So we're just gonna have a chill grindy grind today. Not much else to do in the game. Man, this month is gonna be tough to get through. Who else thinks so? Hey, what's up, Emma? Always a pleasure to see you. Jack Attacks is here as well. Ooh-hoo. To who do we owe the honor? But yeah, this month is definitely gonna be quite tough to get through. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Brandon from Max Rage? Nice. Welcome, man. Here we go. What is here? Aye. It's not small. What's not small? Even though I'm about to take a shower. How does that make me the person?
I am the Senate.
Might be a bit of an overshare. Hey, what's up, Eric? Welcome to the stream. 12:33 a.m. Quite late for you. It's 8:30 here in the UK. Come on then. There we go. Refreshed. Super long delay. Hey, Lonely Potato is back again. Awesome. Welcome back, man. Because my phone might come into the shower now. That also might be too much information.
Look! Look! What the fuck is this?
Little specials isn't gonna go to bed. Oh, whoopsies. We made a whoopsies here. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're finally getting some sleep, because from what I hear, you pretty much never sleep, so it's good, Eric. Doing well. Do you think Nimrod or Meg Sentinels better? You know, that's a video I must make now. I promise to God, that is a video that I must make now. Nimrod versus Meg Sentinel. Because I have had this question asked to me, without exaggeration, like 30 or 40 times. Get the ball rolling here and have a great stream. Oh, thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate that. And I hope the stream is going to be good indeed. I surely do hope so. Omega Sentinel to you. I know, like, White Mommy
shut up and take my
prefers
Brian I'm into
Omega Sentinel. I slightly prefer
$1.99. I'll get the ball rolling here. Have a great stream.
Thanks. I slightly prefer Nimrod. I think they're both very close. I think both of them are, you know, amazing at what they do, but I also think that there is big enough overlap in between them for both of them to have like, you know, value. And that's one of the things that I like, that they work really well together, a team. Oh, just because he doesn't even have a 5-star Nimrod. Yeah, for me personally, I slightly prefer Nimrod or Maxenal.
Shut up and take my money.
Eric's coming in with a 5.
Eric Nelson $5. Who to R4 first thing or Mojo? Both will go to R4 eventually. Both about SIG 110. Both for or defense.
I would go with Mojo first, for sure. Yeah, I do Mojo first. Especially because this thing is not SIG 200 yet. That's one thing. Another thing is that I do think that Mojo has overall more applications in, you know, the entire game. One of the things I also kind of believe to be true about Mojo in very near future is that his usability is going to increase as we see more of these nullify immune cosmics and things like that, and more champions become nullify immune because he just makes the buffs expire. Like, you know, even against like Hulkling and Gore and stuff, you know, Mojo is going to be an absolute beast. And yeah, Thing is cool. Thing has its, you know, uses and places, and I have rank 3 SIG 200. But I think Mojo is kind of edging out Thing. Scorpion, Agent Venom synergies? Yeah. I mean, you need Kraven as well. That's kind of like the downside. If it would be just Scorpion and Agent Venom, I'd be all over it. But, you know, they're good. Like, very good. The problem is that they are good when you can afford to do whatever you want. We'll see how if it comes into, like, you know, competitive play, so to speak. Because having a Trinity is borderline unheard of in a really, really long time. Maybe with the exception of Hydra and like Kitty and Ghost. But only reason that Trinity can kind of exist, and it's not even that it exists as a Trinity, it's a team that you would ideally want to run. But the reason for that team to kind of be doing as well as it is because each and every single one of those 3 champions, you know, work phenomenal on themselves. So it's not a big problem if you need to bring in, you know, Ghost and do half the quest with Ghost. Or likewise, Kitty or with Tiger. But when you're talking about like Kraven being pretty much there strictly for synergy, and I know Kraven can do things, but it's, you know, significantly different in my opinion. Who's better, me or Suida? I think Suida is definitely naturally more skilled player. I think Suida plays well better than I do. I do think I have my strong sides as well, because I don't think that, you know, how well you intercept is kind of like only measure of your ability in this game. But when it comes from the point of when the fight starts, then I do think Suida is better. There are many really talented players whom I don't think I can kind of, you know, measure up to in a sense. But I do think that when you factor everything in, be that experience in the harder game modes, be that, I don't know, your account, be that in-game knowledge of interactions, be that everything else. Basically, you know, for instance, I'm 100% certain I would beat Sweet in Battlegrounds. Well, maybe not 100% certain, but quite confident that I would. Because Battlegrounds is much more than just how well you do a fight. But if we both had to do, let's say, the same fight with, I don't know, a 3-star Star-Lord somewhere, I think Sweden would do better. That's pretty much some, because yeah, there are many kind of, like, people when they, you know, ask who's better, they don't understand that it's really kind of a mixture of many different things. For instance, Brian is one of the most kind of disciplined players, most patient players. He can do things that, you know, I don't think I could. But the same goes for, you know, many people. And, you know, Legacy is naturally extremely skilled guy. And plenty others. fine having two beasts on team and one shit eats like behind. Well, you see, that's kind of like a luxury Walmarts though. I mean, you're fine, but you might not always be able to if you need those champions. You know, yeah, sure, you're gonna be fine in like Labyrinth, but would you be fine in Abyss, for instance? 79 hits on Winter Soldier from one Agent Venom. Yeah, I know. He can definitely do fights quickly. I messed around with it like yesterday as well a bit. Ironically, even though I don't have a 6-star Scorpion. How long after the EOP finishes? Well, there's a timer on that solo event. I think there's still like 2 weeks. Yeah, there's still 2 weeks to go. Kind of. I guess. I mean, can talk to you about it afterwards. But you know, it was alright. I got her a very stupid gift for birthday though. I mean, it's stupid, but it's kind of cool too. So, anyways, what I got her is I bought like a chest. You know, not like massive chest, but it's not small either by any means. It's kind of like yay big, yay high. You know, kind of like nice looking type of chest that you would want to keep your stuff in afterwards. Then I went around a whole bunch of stores and got her all sorts of like creams, face masks, cosmetics, you know, shower gels, and pretty much, you know, all the girly, smelly stuff, and filled the chest to a point where I could barely close it. So it's kind of like, you know, girl treasure chest. You see what I was going for? Girl treasure. And I was trying to buy like, you know, fairly fancy brands and stuff like that, and things that, you know, maybe she would think is somewhat overpriced or too expensive normally, or stuff like that. So she got a girl treasure chest. She's obviously back there. He has First Langs even made a video what you do. Yeah, I have First Legacy. I do have winning record against him overall. Human skilled as well, and dying, of course, yeah. Reverse Sweden depends on which ones are active in the fight, and which me, of course. Heads up, James. Can always be able. Well, again, not necessarily. You know, for instance, in War you have 3 slots, right? And you know, if you need a specific counter for one of the fights in your path, then you can't anymore. Then you can max bring in maybe 2 champions, right? Or an alliance quest, if all your paths don't perfectly align, if you, for instance, in this case, need a champion that has access to buffs, or you need a champion that has like a very solid, like a weight count. No, well, I guess Kraven has a weight counter, but you know what I mean. If you need like specific immunities, maybe. So it's not always that simple. If it would be, then, you know, people would still be playing a ton with like Ghost, Trinity, and things like that. There's a very good reason why we don't use Trinities as much. Even Synergy kind of couple champions, like even for story content, like in Act 7, you need all the champions on your team to kind of have similar skill set, because the nodes are, you know, fairly specific and similar. Otherwise they're just dead weight and it doesn't really make sense to bring them in. Yeah, in Alliance War, definitely it's not always possible in Alliance, because it's also definitely not always possible to run your favorite Trinities. That kind of thing, you know, can work some questing, even for Everest content, like, you know, for Labyrinth, fair enough. But would you be able to do it in Abyss? Quite possibly not. Because, you know, you might need a Mystic counter for something else, you might need some specific champion for other fights. And you might not be, like, you know, if Ghost Trinity would be that easy to bring in Abyss, people would do it. There's a reason why they don't. How long after EOP? Oh, how long after EOP is over? It's only like a couple of hours normally. It's not long. It was, well, I mean, first time around it was like 2 hours, I think. It wasn't super long. I don't think it was 6 hours. I think it was only like 2 hours. Do you think Bero is #1 just because he played most of the Battlegrounds? No, I don't think Bero is #1 only because of that. I do think that, you know, that plays a factor as well. But, you know, Bero is very good player for sure. But that is one of the things that definitely did help him get ahead. It's kind of like, not in the last beta, because in the last couple of betas I wasn't even like properly trying anymore. But, you know, situation there was, I beat Bero, I don't know, on an average day 3 times to 1. I overtake him, I'm ahead of him. You know, because of the matchmaking, it's exceedingly hard to find a match to begin with. And I can't really find a match. Like, at end of the many betas, I could match like 3 people in the world, and 2 of them were modders. So I just don't match. And then, you know, next morning I wake up and he's ahead. But, so I do think, first of all, the way the matchmaking is structured there, combined with tenacity, I do think Bero is extremely tenacious guy, and it's a very good quality. It really is. I think that's like one of the, you know, like coolest, winningest aspects. But yeah, like in Battlegrounds, almost against every one of the top guys, I have like winning record, which I'm quite happy about. Except maybe for the last beta, because last beta I really didn't took like that seriously. I mean, I was playing it seriously, but I was also purposely not kind of trying to be up too high where I can't find the matches, because I just wanted to play more rather than push higher. I did finish the first beta, I think, in the first spot, and then the rest of them, you know, somewhere in top 10, but every single beta was ruined to me by matchmaking as well, because every time you get too high, there's only like 5 people, 4 people that you can match. Half of them, if not most, are modders, and then there's not much to do, and I just got kind of tired of it. Because with that automatically comes a lot more headaches. Like, you know, I had streams where I waited an hour for a match. Like live on stream, you know, trying to match somebody for an entire hour. It wasn't worth it. So I do hope they kind of sort out the matchmaking, and obviously the modders and botters. And also one thing that I did notice is that once I reduced the one thing that like I could have definitely placed significantly higher in the last meta as well. I kind of often slid down on purpose and played at very like shitty times while I was having a smoke and stuff like that, just to kind of play for the sake of playing and test things out. But that is one thing that I definitely noticed in the last beta, where it was just so dumbed down, and I really didn't like it. So many fights were decided by like a second, or like, you know, one missed parry and taking that hit in a block loses you like 2% of the health, and that's it. That's why I lost, or stuff like that. And I really didn't like that, where, you know, vast majority of the fights were, you know, in between 15 to 30 seconds, and the entire kind of both metas were who nukes quicker with less lost health. And previous Battlegrounds weeks were more about, you know, getting correct matchups and stuff like that. But you know, it doesn't really matter with the small health pools if you can ghost somebody in 20 seconds, you know. So I genuinely didn't also enjoy particularly last set of Battlegrounds. Idea might have been bug fix for Gallant was tiny. No, that hot fix patch thing, I think, was for the people who had problems logging in. And congratulations, Hugo. Congratulations, very good job, man. Dragon Ball movie? Oh, cool. Didn't know one's coming out. I'll just wait till I can watch it. When is Bleach last season coming out, by the way? Bleach is one of those anime. Bleach is the first kind of mainstream popular big anime that I watched. First shonen, I think. Second or third anime total. What's up, Abhishek? How are you doing? Good morning. What's up, Lawrence? Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Well, I didn't go that far. I would not go that far, but you know, who knows? October 1st. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, one thing that Bleach did better than pretty much any other anime that I can remember was those hype moments, you know, when they reveal like a power up. Still remember like first season of Bleach when he went back to the Soul Society or whatever it was called, and you know, when they showed him take out the lieutenants without even pulling out his sword. There's like moments like that in Bleach are like just the best. Where's the BG stream? In future, my friend, or in past. People who didn't watch, yeah, I mean, I get that, but anyways, the point is that out of every single anime that I have watched to date, Bleach had like the biggest kind of like hype building OP music, if that makes sense, where like, badass moment kind of like thing. It still definitely sticks in my memory, like, you know, the aggressive music, that the frames, the shots, and then basically, you know, yeah, it was like, again, I understand, you know, I haven't rewatched it in ages, which, you know, maybe I should. And I'm not saying it's gonna hold up as like this amazing anime that I remember, but the thing that definitely kind of like shines through all of it are those hype moments when, you know, oh, so badass entrances and stuff like that. Oh, it's so good. As long as I got my butt kicked a lot. You know, we all get our butts kicked. Don't feel bad about it. Make your girlfriend the best dinner she's ever had. Not quite. Not the best cook that's ever cooked for her, so I'll leave it there. But we did have a nice dinner, yes. Got to make Sentinel. Does she need dupe? Yeah, she does, ideally, in my opinion. I mean, she's definitely serviceable and playable and duped, but it's better and easier to have. I gave her like a tech gem immediately, pretty much. I literally had 30-60 seconds at least of tense music. Preparing wire or effects in the manga. Oh yeah, I know, I remember those moments as well. So good. I stuck all the runways like Dragon Ball, Kenshiro, One Piece, and so on. Well, to me, Bleach is quite old. Because Bleach was like the first main kind of like big shonen anime that I ever watched. I recommend giving it a watch. Yeah, I liked it a lot. There are obviously some filler arcs and stuff like that, some storylines that I'm not the biggest fan of. That looking back, you know, if I were to rewatch Bleach, I'd probably skip some episodes and stuff. But overall, the main story and just like, you know, how the fights and stuff like that go there, absolutely, I recommend Bleach. At least 60 episodes. Ooh, that's good. That's a lot. That is a lot. The Bugman, how are you doing? Welcome back to Potential. Captain Tsubasa, I don't remember if I did. Where did you go get his butt kick gauntlet? What do you think about Gore? I have mine at rank 3. I do think he's better than many people think, though. I'll say that 100%. He's not as bad as a lot of people think. There is a chance, by the way. There is a chance that... Okay, you know what? We don't have that many viewers, so I guess I can let it slip. There is a chance that I might rank 4 mine. Because he was smashing it on defense first time around. And my Battleground might want to make me to rank him for defense, which I wouldn't mind too much because he's kind of unique, even though he's not conduit defender. Like, I ranked him up for last 2 wars of the previous season. He got 2 kills against GT40 and against Jedi Knight. So those are like the best alliances. Like, to put in perspective, both of those alliances, you know, died like 2 times total. And having those kills there against them, that was like kind of cool. And yeah. So we'll see what happens. I don't think he's like super amazing, I'll be honest. I don't think he's like the bestest Cosmic champion to ever Cosmic. But I do think he's better than many people realize. Hey, what's up, Pika? How are you doing? What's up, Darken? Welcome back to the channel, man. Well, I don't have him rank 4 yet, but I should find out today whether mommy wants me to rank for him. People running on a watermelon for 5 episodes, and what are you talking about there? 400 charge short for a feature and got impatient, open basic 6 new ghost. Nice, congratulations, man. That's awesome. How's Love Bleach? Watching One Piece currently 1 hour. I gave up on One Piece. I'll finish One Piece at some point in future, but I gave up on One Piece in Dressrosa arc, and I'll explain exactly why. Because they were stretching out that anime so much that, you know, they spent way more time recapping things and stalling things out because they caught up to source material, basically. That it pretty much made the anime unwatchable for me. And then there, and the reason, the exact moment when I realized that was when they were running away from guys on Dressrosa Island, and they started to climb that wall. And the anime was moving in such a slow pace that they were climbing a wall for 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah. At least. And I think, like, when I realized that's like, wait, these guys have been just literally climbing the wall for that many, it's like, I'm sorry, I can't watch it. Because watching One Piece, I quite literally spent more time loading new episodes, skipping intros, skipping recaps than I spent watching. And what I was seeing, it wasn't even interesting, you know. It was climbing a fucking wall, or kind of like some kind of like over extended, you know, discussions and talking and sharing your heart's content out. And that was what they were offering, but they were also demanding majority of my time, quite literally just switching in between episodes and stuff. And that's it. Like, you know, that's when I stopped. I just couldn't take it anymore. I loved what I saw up until One Piece had some amazing moments. I loved when they, you know, met back after the whole war or that battle thing, and, you know, with the power-ups and things like that. You know, there are so many cool things in One Piece, but they just ruined it for me because it was unwatchable. If somebody showed me a video where they edited it out, you know, like, I don't know, 3-4 hour long video where they edited out all the beginnings recaps and stuff like that, you know, then I definitely won't watch that. But putting myself through next episode, skip. Okay, so they're showing something new. When they're showing something new, nothing's happening again. Okay, ending. Let's load it. I just don't want to do that. It's too much. It's way too much. 100x Hunter I have seen, yeah. I liked it a lot, yes. I mean, it's not like my favorite one, but it was good. You're at work. Well, what are you doing there, Darken? Yu Hakusho. I don't think I have seen that one. Even Peter Parker won't watch for episodes of Battlegrounds, pretty much. Should I rank up all Awakened and for Act 6 cow push? Red Mags, Longshot, or Spidey 99? I'd probably go with Red Mags. I think Red Mags can take on most of the bosses. Oh no, wait. Now Crossbones is... Never mind. Cow push. None of them are poisoning though. I think I'd do it, Red Mag. First work of 100x Hunter Outer. Fair enough. What are my favorite animes? Get Backers. It's my first anime that I ever watched. Full Metal Alchemist is amazing. I completely agree. No Game No Life. Absolutely love that anime. I mean, they definitely did make some questionable choices that borderline ruined it. But, you know, those game moments, you know, no Game No Life had some of the coolest moments in the history of anime as well. Who else I absolutely love? Quite a few animes that, you know, are really... Overlord super hype from the more recent ones. That get, you know, new seasons coming out now as well. Fairy Tail initially, I don't know where they're at. I think I kind of stopped before the end, but the, you know, first several seasons of Fairy Tail were really, really good. Love that. Arcane, yeah, Arcane's good too. I mean, I have seen loads of them. Kind of hard to remember which ones are like the best test now. Yeah, see you later, Potato. You Arcane. Yeah, Get Backers was like the first ever anime that I watched. My friend showed me what animes are and stuff. The boys. Morning Hope all as well. Thekiryu was so bored. Well, the problem is that Ryan. So good morning to you as well, by the way. The problem is not just that Thekiryu may or may not have been more boring this month around. The problem is that we don't have anything else to do right now. There's no Battlegrounds, there's no quest, you know. Stuff like that. They did release Gauntlet, but they dropped it in the same day as Eternity of Pain, you know, so you kind of blitz through it. They should have dropped the Gauntlet like a week or two later. Like, they should have dropped the Gauntlet today or next week or something like that. What anime films? I haven't seen that many anime films, to be honest.
Shut up and take my money.
Burger
Jack
Fund.
had at $36. Burger Fund.
You know, that's not gonna be burger. Well, thank you for the addition to the Burger Fund. Thank you very much. There are a few things up in the air in my life right now, so you guys might be hearing something interesting quite soon that I can't talk right now, but thank you, Jack. However, Mr. Jack, thank you very much nonetheless. And since you're kind, you know what we can do? We open up a couple of Nexus calves from those daily offers. Heh. Come on, just die, okay? Ah, why do you have to drop this still? Alright, let's go. Aye, fine, let's go then. Right. The dome. Hey, what's up, Accelerate? How are you doing? Need to restart this. So we can. Oh, yeah, yesterday I was checking out some stuff. On Red Goblin. Garbage day, indeed. And today we have the general waste collection day. That's like the best of the garbage days. That's like the super mega special spicy garbage day. How to get Regal Resort? You need to buy that pass thing in the store. Summoner pass or something like that it's called. Okay, so here Kenshiro does ring a bell to me. For sure it does. Can't, quite place it, but that name definitely rings a bell. Classroom of the Elite. Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. Absolutely. Yeah, I started watching it again. Classroom of the Elite. Quite good. Oh, I think the second season went too stupid, but it's quite recent anime about the guy with one eye and one arm that was transmuting things. I forgot the name of it. And then he basically kind of became part monster. I forgot the name of it. Second season of it was just way too whatever, but first season was so good. You get all the rewards if you buy it. I made a video on it. If you type in the pass or some summoner event, summoner camp explained or something like that, I made a video that explains exactly what you get. In short, these two stores, they last for 3 months, right? The base idea is that you get everything that's numbered eventually after the 3 months total. And then you get one of the big items, like the ones that require 3 tokens. And it's the same with Regal Resort. You need to buy the pass 3 times in total, 1 for each month, so you need to spend $30. If you spend $30, you get every single thing that's numbered in these stores, and one of the big ticket items. Hey, what's up? Roman numeral 17 MCOC, how are you doing today? 5-star blade. Well, we do have a cutoff for 5-star blade, don't we? Oh no, it just said no data. I don't know, sorry. I grinded out the 6-star for a change, but I have no clue where the 5-star landed. But it's not gonna be high, 100%, because 5-star blade is like an old champion. 6-star blade goes quite high because 6-star blade is quite. That's my Nexus. Oh god. Oh, okay, whatever. 3-star and 4-star from 2 Nexus. This has been so shit for me. Did you get the 6-star blade? Yeah, I did. I need Overload Season to pick up the pace in the battles. Yeah. First 2 episodes nearly made me stop watching it for now and just wait till later. But then, kind of picked up a bit. Hold on, the golden full coin for dual Nexus. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty much what everybody ought to be doing. More or less. The best thing to get that flat pool crystals with those big tokens, or am I missing something? I mean, it depends what you need. In a happy camper store, you know, you can get in the happy camper store. Yeah, I actually might do that. I might actually just get those just because they might have some units and stuff. 5,000 6-star shards, you know, it ain't that much. Or a dual crystal. You know, dual crystals technically are like the best things to pick up, I think. But, you know, whatever. In Regal Resort, it's definitely the Nexus crystals are the ones that are best to pick up. Because it's a Nexus 6-star, like specific dual crystals. So those are quite good. I pulled 6-star from class ones, only 2 deal. I pulled my first 6-star from these class nexuses yesterday from the compensation, because they sent out the one that they had screwed up the drop rates. So they sent out, you know, last night as 2 of the tech nexuses. So, you know, technically from these offers themselves, I haven't pulled anything. But from the compensation thing, I got the first time dupe on Psycho Man. Which, believe me or not, believe you me, I'm quite happy about. Because it's the first time dupe. You know? And when you never know. They might make him decent one day. In a state of the game. Well, yeah. This month is just extremely The problem with that is that the team game modes just don't matter. And obviously we didn't get any, like, okay, we did Grandmaster's Gauntlet, but that was like on day 1. But now rest of the month and the rest of the month is kind of just empty. They need the Battlegrounds in this game so badly. You know, if Battlegrounds was live, you know, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But it's kind of mundane because AQ rewards, you know, they're nothing impressive. They're nothing really that you kind of excitingly look forward to for most part. And Alliance Wars rank rewards right now are just laughable. And Battlegrounds are not here. You will be shocked by 2 fighters my core can do. I think one of them is the Captain America Infinity War. But okay. Show me what he can do. Talk me then. Damned, you get one. Aye. It's because he can tank level 3s with his rock stacks active. Super fabulous crystal from Curiosity Mini can just get 100 units, you know. 100 units, 100 units. Yeah, there was compensation because when they updated those deals for the very first day, they had like very crap drop rates in those nexuses. And yeah, they sent out the 2 crystals, spare crystals. Well, yeah, this is the thing, is like there's no even right now. The reason why it seems so kind of dull is because there's not even a great reason to be in like serious alliance, I think, at the moment in the game. Because why? Literally get all the plat pool crystals, just need 1 more piece. Well, I'm not too far from duping mine. If I get the bot then I'm just gonna missing like one of the body parts. Do you have to? Yeah, technically you're right, Lawrence. Technically, you have to buy the Regal Resorts 3 times to be. Yeah, you get. Yeah, to get all the rewards, you need to buy it once every month, 3 times total. And for dual 6-star basic crystals, yeah, I think why not? ZeroFrostNinja global release today at around 1 PM. Genshin Impact. Ah. Okay. Might check it out if you guys nag me a bit by it. I love how slow man slam me save up shit for when something drops. I can't say I feel the same. I don't enjoy these slow ones. But yeah, pushing war at the moment definitely seems very pointless. And New Nation, for the first time ever, I think, since I have been in New Nation, kind of took a week off Alliance Quest. We just started map 5, it wasn't mandatory to join. You know, we didn't explore it most of the days, something like that. And, you know, we ranked somewhere, I think just below 1,000 mark. But, you know, we still got some glory and stuff. But, yeah, pretty much we took a week off Alliance Quest as well. Wasn't my idea. You know, I would have preferred not to. But it's August, a lot of people are going on holidays and stuff like that, so I get it. My new deal is that regular only week they were released titles. Well, yeah, I'm actually close. I'm actually close to being able to take 2 champions to rank 4. You play sports? Nice, very good, excellent. Yep. You know, the rest of the month has nothing happening in it. Aside from like 1 week when there's going to be those celebration events. But even that's not like that, you know, major. There's going to be the trading store, the calendar and stuff like that. But for that 1 week, you know, it's going to be a bit more interesting. I think it starts on like 23rd. Something like that. Think about buying it. Yeah. Right, that kind of makes sense. Don't want invest. I actually will make a video talking about this $50 guaranteed 5-star champion bundle things, because how are you guys feeling about these offers where they are, you know, guaranteeing your 5-star champion basically, and then, you know, tossing in some other stuff? Is this an AQ trend that's set to stay for the season? No. It's just, you mean for New Nation? No, it was just this week, because, you know, lots of people were kind of like going on holidays and stuff like that. We're not doing AQ high tiers anymore, we replace 300 running map 6 only. Yeah, well, again, Alliance Quest rewards are just not that great, are they? I mean, think about it, like, if you're in top 10, you get like, what, 2.5k or 3k tier 6 fragments? You know, explore Cav EQ, you get way more than that. With 6-star FA? Yeah, of course. I go where waifus are. Fair enough. Not sure people swapping to map 5 for the loyalty. Map 5 gives you more loyalty? Didn't even know that. Consider making a tier list of defenders only. Defenders for what? Alliance War? You know, it always depends on kind of like tactics and stuff. Battlegrounds? Depends on the nodes. Çok iyi bir şey. Oh, of course I should have. Ha! Suck it. Yellow jacket for the win. Oh yeah, TEDx is definitely very fun to use. I ranked 5 my 5-star TEDx long after I had stopped playing, you know, investing in 5 stars just because it was very fun. Oh crap, I need to filter that out. But yeah, I think there's no good reason for Battlegrounds not to be available in the game, like right now. It's not like, you know, they can't really, you know, relaunch a beta. But whatever. There's rank 3. Yeah, my TEDx rank 3 as well. Unfortunately, my TED is long sick. I mean, I have rank 5 5-star and then eventually took my TEDx to rank 3 as 6-star as well, mainly because of Battleground defenses. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're dead. Yep. Whoopsies. Alright, did KVQ already. Maybe we'll do another gauntlet. Yeah, I did gauntlet twice. I did camp and uncollected EQ already. Did EOP already, you know. And I get it. Kabam can never kind of make enough content to, you know, keep
What a
everybody engaged.
noob uninstall.
But, you know, it's just kind of... I have been saying forever that this game has a problem. Nothing happening on like weeks 3 and 4. And it really is a problem. Is Longshot disorient immune? No. Kind of. No. Well, he has increased ability accuracy, but he's not disorient immune specifically. So decrease in ability accuracy is, you know, is probably not going to make his parries fail and stuff like that, but reducing the block proficiency still is a thing. So it's still going to take more block damage, for instance. Hey, what's up, AB? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Split 6-star Scorpion. His rotation seems very unique. I don't think his awakened ability is must have. I think it's decent, but I don't think it's must have. And I'm jealous of you. I'm still looking, hunting, targeting Scorpion. And then the fact 6 is still easier, more fun. Fully exploded Act 7. I think Act 7. I still think do Act 7 first, personally. Yeah, right. So we need to filter out these guys. My Valkyrie is rank 3, debating whether to awaken and max stick. Well, that's on you. That would be also quite good prestige play right there. Still gonna get low kitty. You'll get there. Whenever champions have that kind of like unique playstyle, there's always people who just don't get along with those champions. Like there were many people who were, you know, resisting Ghost for absolutely ages because they couldn't get used to her. I couldn't get used to Ghost for long. Ghost was one of the champions that, you know, it took me way longer to learn how to play Ghost than it did Quake, for instance. Because with Ghost, it just seemed extremely unnatural to let them kind of hit you and stuff like that. And my muscle memory was fighting hard with me. So it took me weeks of kind of like conscious practice to get decent with Ghost. And now I'd say Tiger is probably the one that's kind of toughest for me to fully get used to. I'm somewhat moderately confident with playing her, but you know, not fully and completely. But Tiger is such an amazing good champion that you know, I'll keep trying. I'll keep getting better at her. I'm definitely not the worst with Tiger. seen way worse people. But obviously I'm not particularly amazing either. How are you getting Scorpion? I don't have a Scorpion. That's literally what I just said. Not enjoying my Scorpion because I don't have one. Life's rough. But hey, Big John, how are you doing? Let's give you a handshake right here. Alright. What's up, John? I think the fourth variant is easiest, yes. Well, I have Scorpion, I know, right? I opened the 6-star feature like 2 days ago, got another 26 on Modok. Oh no, yesterday was Modok. And before that, it was Korg. Kitty, it's honestly even worse. You have dash during attack, so yeah, with Kitty, it's also kind of like, yeah, that. But yeah, I'm quite excited. Yeah, Tiger's probably the hardest one. How does Wing? Which Wing? How does how does Wing go unstoppable? Which Wing? Yes, there was Proxima. Ah, I saw it here, man. Yeah, no, I didn't. That featured opening that I did was one of the most painful things. Because I wanted Hulkling and Scorpion and I pulled neither. Those are the two champions I wanted most. Wong. Oh. Okay. How does Wong go unstoppable? He goes unstoppable when he charges heavy attack. If he charges heavy attack, he goes unstoppable. And then I think also if you gain buffs, something like that, and if he has a spell active. And the damage back is when you hit him with 100 charges active. That's when you get a detonation damage type of thing. You need to throw a heavy attack when he's at 90 charges or above in order to be able to avoid that detonation damage. I was counting shots of feature 6-star F-pin tracks. Yeah, I pretty much did the same yesterday. And F-in Modok. Was it Hulkling handshake? Close enough. Close enough. Oh yeah. So I did get over like 1 million loyalty. So I bought the rank 4 materials with the loyalty. And now I need 31k tier 6 basic frags and like 32k tier 3 alpha frags for my you know, for another rank 4. So I'm quite close to getting another rank 4, another 2 rank 4s. I'm quite looking forward to that. I just need White Mommy to tell me exactly which is the first one that he wants me to rank. Ideally. Who will my next rank force be? Well, I'm not entirely sure because I do want to rank up for defense or my battle group. But I also want them to be good for Battlegrounds, so I haven't yet fully committed to anyone. One of them could be Gore. With the EOP reward, I'll have my second rank 4 Inform Kingpin. Nice! Kingpin's an amazing rank up, man. Okay, still. By the time EOP rewards come in, you know, that's gonna be a good chunk for my wealth, I think. Ooh, look at that. All these unfazed porkers. But yeah, there is a chance that my next rank 4 is gonna be Gore. King Root is one of the options too. that I'm thinking about. The other ones, like, are conduit defenders. And more likely ones would be Hyperion, King Groot, Guardian or iHulk, Mordo or Mephisto, or there are a couple more that were like an options, Human Torch and something else. I hope you make the best attacker from the attack tactics. Well, we'll see what happens there. Hey, what's up, Devastator? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Looking to take up Miles and Strife to rank 4 to become Paragon, and then buy Awakening Gem from Loyalty Store. Great, Science or Mutant. Fair enough. Rank 4 Gore. It might be for defense, because he's been quite decent for Alliance War defense, and pretty much nobody has him in my battle group. So there might, you know, there'll be a rank up that's kind of like more to my alliance. But I don't mind, because I kind of need to rank up a defender. Contemplating whether or not to try and 6-stack Quicksilver and bundle out. Oh, I'm gonna make a giveaway video. I'll be giving away 5 Quicksilver bundles. Yeah. We're gonna be doing that crap live on stream. So, 5 Quicksilver bundles I'll be giving away to people to guarantee them a 5-star Quicksilver. Because I know that Quicksilver is like super hype. And, you know, for me and many other people, a 5-star might not matter that much, but like for kind of like newer players, getting a guaranteed 5-star Quicksilver could be, you know, absolutely amazing. So we're gonna be giving that away with Evizone. I was thinking to do a drawing contest for it, but I don't think we have quite enough time, so I'll just have people duel duel me with the 3-star Quicksilver, beat me, submit the video, and yeah, those will be entered, and then we're gonna pick the winners from that. Iceman's still good. He definitely has his use. The problem with Iceman is that Iceman needs a high sig to be good, and I don't think he's good enough to give him many sig stones. You know what I mean? Like, if my Iceman was relatively high sig right now, like sig, I don't know, 120, 140, I'd take him to rank 3 easy right now, on a moment's notice. The problem is, you know, I don't want to give him 100 plus sig stones. Planned rank for my chorus, they're being banned. Well, whitelist and blacklist are going to be options as well, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I know what you mean, and Corvus obviously still definitely has plenty of value, but you know, I'm super happy about the fact that I have my rank 4 Herc. That's a new defense tactic for AW. I think it's bugged right now because it sucks. I don't think, so far it doesn't seem to be very consequential, dare I say. Yeah, exactly. Iceman high sig and BGs would be super solid. Exactly. But I don't think it would be kind of like justifiable for me to give like an Iceman Awakening Gem and a ton of 6 stones. So if I dupe him, and you know, maybe. That's a new, yeah. When is Legends event starting? It's like 23rd, I believe. I think it's about 23rd, yeah. 22nd. There you go. Close enough. Imagine pulling 6-star Quicksilver. A lot of problems would go away immediately. Another meme-based giveaway. I was thinking, yeah, I will do one for sure. Just need to figure out exactly what to do. You see, you know, if you guys want me to do more giveaways and stuff like that, then it's also kind of up to you to make sure that as many people as possible enter them. You know, the first couple of events were like absolutely amazing. The last few were kind of like, you know, they were still good, but after each and every single one of those, I had to take like, you know, a few things. Okay, maybe I need to change this, maybe I need to do this a bit differently, because I can't keep doing events like that if, you know, not that many people enter, and I love doing them. So, you know, if you want more of all sorts of cool giveaways and events and stuff, you need to make sure then loads of people enter in them. Good grind for us. With these, I mean, you say that, Alex. Do you know that? Have you tried grinding for something like that? Do you think it's that easy? No, you can't grind with ease for any new featured champion, which is the reason why I don't. For about half a year, I used to grind for virtually all of the new 6-star champions. You know why I don't do it anymore? Because even with my account, I would have to spend minimum of $500, if not more. Probably more than 500. In case of Valkyrie and Quicksilver, closer to $800-900 worth of units, and 3 days of non-stop grinding. So no, I can't do it. It's not with ease. It's definitely not with ease. I would quite literally have to do just that for 3 days, wake up in the middle of the night, spend $800-900 worth of units, you know, and then maybe I could do it, because that is how these top arenas are right now. It's exactly how they are right now. Whoa, you were supposed to be defensive. Worth it? Really? You think it's worth it? $800-900? 3 days of doing just that is worth it. I pulled 6-star Valkyrie. Yeah, of course. Hope you pulled 6-star Quicksilver. Thank you. It's so not worth it that you can't imagine. I don't know that, AB. I didn't check the gold situation. I only usually Mega Whales have him high sig if somebody specifically like him. Yeah, pretty much that. My Herrick is rank 4, have a backup of Kingpin 2. Just need beefing. Yep. There you go. Also, who benefit? Okay, so Fern, sorry for missing your message, Fern. I knew that I missed out. Who benefits most from going to rank 4? Kitty, Mr. Fantastic, Kingpin, Fury, Null, Scorpion, Hulkling, Diablo, Archangel, or APOC. I think it's probably Kitty, because Kitty has a pathetically small health pool. Kitty is one of the champions that benefit a ton. I think Kingpin benefits quite a bit. And yeah, I think a few of those are some, and then maybe Mr. Fantastic too. But ultimately, just go with the one that you like the most, man. Go with the one that you enjoy and use the most. That's it. If anyone's worth a grind, it's Quicksilver. Again, you know, it's easy to say those things when you don't have to do them. Like, I don't, you know, if I used all the units that I have, I would still need to spend around $300-400. Alright? First of all, I don't have that much money, you know, to spend on stuff. Second of all, it's an extremely miserable time. It really is. And, you know, if there would be some sort of guarantee, I might, maybe. But not with the possibility of also that I can miss it. So I'm just not gonna do it. And granted, I think for Captain America Sam Wilson, I put up 178 millions and I missed. You know, I'm just not doing it again. And yeah, I do think Quicksilver is gonna go for like 300 million. That's just insane. Start grinding, you need them. Talk units. Alright. I get 178 million missed Captain America Sam Wilson. Yes. What I grinded for him. Defiance, yeah, it was quite good. Rank 2 your agent Venom, nice. So I'm not gonna grind for any new featured champions until Kabam does something about the arena. It's quite simple as that. It's just, you know, insane. Until Kabam actually does something and makes it, you know, feasible. I'm just not gonna grind for any new features like that. Here's what I'm gonna do. If I don't have Quicksilver by the time he goes in the basic arena, I'll grind for him in the basic arena, because basic arenas typically are easier, much easier. But I'll definitely not do the new featured. Go to grind at least once a year. I mean, I already did. I did Captain America Sam Wilson grind, 178 millions, and I missed. And I just did 75 million grind for Blade, which is also quite a huge pain in the ass. And why? Like, again, there's not super great reason to try and put up 300 million in the arena right now. Okay, I'll put it like that, you know. If you decide to grind for Quicksilver, put up 300 millions of arena, then I'll do it alongside you. How many points Blade cutoff was? 6-star cutoff was about 95 million. I was at 95.6 million for Blade and I placed 96th. All those gonna do 5-star bundles. Okay, I didn't watch. 4 stars. Yeah, exactly. No, but I mean, they're irrelevant. But the idea itself that Kabam is just casually kind of selling them, though. Nearly missed that Blade. Yep. I would have missed it as well, because by day 3 I was just so fed up and I didn't want to grind at all anything anymore. And I genuinely didn't. I had the time. I could have put up more points. On day 3 I just couldn't be asked. Like, I was completely burnt out. And then in the last hour I was like, you know, it would be so stupid if I missed out, you know, another basic grind. And I kind of had a little bit of a finish kind of spur, and I put up like another, like, I don't know, 2 million something. And just because of that, yeah, you get more points for rank 4, 5 more points. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Ankit. Saved by doubt? Kind of, yeah, pretty much. Because that's exactly how I missed Odin a while back with like 65 million. I was like, surely that's enough. And I spent the last day basically, you know, doing work around the house and kind of like sorting out the room. Not long after we moved in, I had to put up the sound panels on the walls and stuff like that. So I did that for the last day, for the last, you know, 6 hours. And I placed 102nd or 103rd in Odin's Arena or something like that. So that really did kind of sting that time as well. I mean, Scorpion, Avi, Craven, Kitty, and Tigra. It would be an amazing team if it didn't have Craven in it. Just saying. Yeah, Grandmaster's Gauntlet's now permanent. 100% permanent. Never going away. You know what that means? That means it's quite possible that Karina's Volume 3 might have some challenges in Grandmaster's Gauntlet. Craven's needed for... I know the Craven's needed. That's my kind of point and argument there, exactly. I'd love Agent Venom Scorpion kind of pairing 10 times more if it didn't require Craven. Rewards should get reset? No, I don't think so. Why? You know, they don't reset Abyss rewards. What if you don't pull Quicksilver? Oh, I told you, what if I don't pull Quicksilver like ever, then there is Quicksilver Basic Arena. Basic Arenas are much more achievable than the new featured arenas, so that's one thing. Second thing, if I don't ever pull Quicksilver, then next year there's probably going to be, you know, on July 4th or something like that, or maybe spring cleaning 2022 champion selector, just like we have 2021 champion selectors. So eventually I'm gonna get him. Rank 4, Kingpin, Bishop, rank 3, AA, Mags, Neighborhood. Nice. Koreans give out immediate rewards without... Yeah, that waiting for EOP rewards is quite annoying, yes. A champion you thought would be bad turned out very good. Well, it kind of depends when you ask when I thought it would be bad. Because, you know, deep dives could definitely kind of showcase several champions from really bad side, and turns out they're very good. Like, in deep dives, they made Tiger look shit, and I thought Tiger is going to be crap based on deep dives. They made Apoc's numbers look extremely crap in deep dives, and I was worried that Apoc might be an absolute potato noodle. Those videos are still on the channel because I stand by them. Based on the deep dives, it really does look like that. So that was like the first, you know, I took that away quite quickly, that you cannot trust virtually any numbers you see in the deep dive. You just can't. Because in deep dives, many of those champions look like they have absolutely pathetic damage output. It's kind of like, imagine if you use Tiger, but if you play Tiger like a regular champion, and obviously she has pathetic damage output if you don't spam your heavies and don't have your senses up when you drop level 2 and stuff like that. And you know, we saw fragments of footage like that in, let's say, against Labyrinth of Legends. So I did the math. If you do like 2% of health in like your first 50 hits or so, then, you know, that damage output is absolutely horrendous. But that's because you're not playing Tiger correctly. And, you know, how was I supposed to know that? So from that video, from the deep dive, it looked like Tiger would have such a horrible damage output. It was quite laughable. Okay, turns out Tiger is insane beastie champion. But if you mean champions that kind of like initially landed, and I wouldn't say that I necessarily thought they would be bad, I didn't think they would be as good as they were. I think science champions typically have that categorization the most of all the classes. Because if you take a look at every single science champion last year, initially they were kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. And then, you know, over time it turns out they're absolute beasts. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Take a look at 2021 science champions. When Anti-Venom initially came out, nobody liked him. Now he's getting more and more popular and more used. Mr. Negative came out next Shang-Chi. Nobody really gave a shit about Mr. Negative. Gonna be crap. Spidey 99. Initial impression against Noodles, right? Turns out like one of the best Alliance 4 champions. Overseer as well. You know, I mean, I'm still making fun of Overseer about his hippie Hulk flippers, man bun, you know, $15 frappuccino, writing his new screenplay in the local Starbucks type of crap, smoking weed. But you know, nobody thought that he's gonna be like as great as he is, because he's one of the best Battlegrounds champions, for instance, offensively and defensively. Every single side champion from last year initially came out kind of like, all right. Now they're like amazing. And you know, yeah, I think iHulk initially was kind of like, shit, you know, rages are hard and stuff like that. iHulk was definitely one of those. Science is definitely the class that initially comes in game somewhat underwhelming, and then over time you're like, hey, he's really good for this. Hey, he's really good for this. Hey, he's really good for this. And you know, one of the reasons why that happens so much with science class is because that is not a class of big yellow numbers. Is Wong of any use? Wong is really cool. I like Wong a lot, but I haven't really found a good use for him either. Well, Silver Surfer is a bit different. Silver Surfer, when he was released, he kind of was garbage-y. Silver Surfer is a very good example of the game changing and the champion benefiting and fitting from those changes. Because when Silver Surfer was released, we didn't have a ton of champions or champions buff that Silver Surfer absolutely demolishes now. When Silver Surfer was released, we didn't have a ton of nodes that Silver Surfer is amazing for now. For instance, when Silver Surfer was released, we didn't have energy adoption nodes and stuff like that. There were only a handful of places where you would ever kind of like really want to use Silver Surfer at. And then as the new content gets released, it's like, hey, this node combination really kind of like works for Silver Surfer, and then hey, this node combination really works for Silver Surfer, and he still has been getting more and more content that he's just randomly good in, because more so because of the happenstance, rather than, you know, he was much better than everybody thought he was. It's that there was just, it's kind of, imagine with Proxima, for instance, you know, Proxima never got that content, and Proxima is still, you know, potentially a good champion, whatever, but, you know, nobody kind of particularly cares for Prox. Because Prox never got that content. Prox was designed like with these massive damage outputs, and there's like not a single place in the game where she can fully unleash. Because of the damage caps and stuff like that. And Silver Surfer is kind of the opposite of that. When Silver Surfer was released, there was like nowhere where to like really benefit from using him. But then with every single new piece of content, he kind of becomes better and better and better. And even now with like tons of champion releases, Silver Surfer becomes kind of like better and better. Because, you know, he counters a ton of the newer champions. Are Misty or Kraven good for BGs? Misty can be very good. Kraven, I haven't seen do anything really. Never can solve about MD. Yep. Okay, I'm not really an Overseer fan. Maybe if he gets duped, he'll grow on me. Overseer is one of the best Battlegrounds champions when we're dealing with 300% health pulls. 200% health pulls, he was kind of like so-so. 300% health pulls, he's one of the best Battlegrounds champions. Yeah, exactly. You know, Shelly T, I completely agree. If I needed to pick one of the two today, which champion I would want more, Mr. Negative or Shang-Chi, I want Mr. Negative more. Hence my Negative is rank 4 and Shang-Chi isn't. I completely agree with that. Hey, what's up, Zigas? How are you doing? Have you had a nice stream? Yeah, it's quite alright. Quite alright. Can't complain. Thing was horrible for 3 months after release. Aye, true. Pixel to me looks like he chops wood in Canada and wears a plaid t-shirt. Fair enough. But yes, Ronin was unnoticed. Well, I don't think so. I think Ronan always had that cheese. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I don't think Ronan quite had that thing going for him. Kind of similar to how Penny is becoming a worse defender because champs are coming along to counter her. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because yeah, and it's not just champs coming along to counter her, it's also just because people are getting much better at fighting against her. It's kind of like Iron Man Infinity War initially, you know? Initially, Iron Man Infinity War was the plague, the death, the destruction. I remember, you know, people were placing 5 and 4-star Iron Man Infinity Wars, like, and everybody gets stuck on them, and then some of them get like 15 kills within first, you know, for the first month or so when he was out. Everybody was died dead by Iron Man Infinity Wars. Right now, you see Iron Man Infinity War, you know, okay, it can be kind of annoying, but you know, nothing to kind of like get super mad about. It doesn't so. Oh yeah, Silver Surfer does have extremely fast ramp up as well for Battlegrounds. He's one of the best Battlegrounds attackers. Honestly, Silver Surfer is really great Battlegrounds attacker. And the reason for that is because he deals with a ton of really hard defenders. Like Silver Surfer is really good, for instance, against Penny, obviously. He works extremely well also against the Mega Sentinel, no problem there. Because even if you do get auto-blocked, even though you can obviously armor break frequently, even if you do get auto-blocked, you know, that Incinerate doesn't do anything to you. He, you know, Silver Surfer is good against like Nimrods and stuff like that, nukes them quickly too. But quite importantly, he's good against Bishop and Havoc. He has no problems fighting, you know, Mallmans and Kingpins, which a lot of people do have problems fighting with. And yeah, Silver Surfer just smashes so much in Battlegrounds. Absolutely. Took your hype to rank 4. Nice, Jose. Congratulations, man. I don't think anyone disliked Nick Fury as well. I think Nick Fury was like quite celebrated from get-go. Remember people looking down on Warlock. Yeah, Warlock was one of those champions that it really made me laugh from the beginning, because you know, people are quite specifically kind of saying it's obvious which champion Kabam likes more or wanted to make better or stuff like that. Talking about Sunspot and Warlock, as in like the Warlock is the one that kind of got robbed somehow. But then as soon as I got Warlock, and I got him quite early, man, I started making so many videos about Warlock because he was so good. Especially initially when his infections reduced general ability accuracy, not just offensive ability accuracy. Then he was way better as well. Yeah, it needs stats. Okay, there you go. Did you miss the last cow EQ stream, or are you planning to do it later today? I think, well, I did stream, you mean last quest? Yeah, I just kind of finished it off stream, because I was chasing 6-star shards and stuff, and yesterday I went quest completion on, so I just finished the last quest off stream. When was Warlock nerfed? Well, it wasn't a nerf. In that case, it was, you know, a bug fix. But it was like a month or 2 after his release, because yeah, his infections used to reduce all of the ability accuracy, so he was like much more like an Archangel, especially if you had like Fable synergy with you, because then you can easily maintain 3 or 4 infections. So it means opponents had 90 or 120% ability accuracy reduction all the time, so basically all the abilities and nodes used to fail. Khal was nerfed, buffed, re-nerfed, rebuffed. Yeah, Khal has gone through a whirlwind. At one point there was a bug affecting Khal, giving him absolutely insane damage. I think I have a labyrinth run with that bugged Khal, like stream. What do I think about taking Penny to rank 4? I think, you know, if you like Penny, go for it. But if you do it because you think she's going to be like a defensive powerhouse, don't. It's quite clear that all the recent Kabam releases, you know, are making Penny easier to counter, and people are just getting better and better at it. So if you like using Penny, like offensively, what you can do on attack, yeah, sure, 100% go do it. I think she does have quite a lot of potential overall. But if you do it just because you think you're going to be dropping Penny in like Battlegrounds or Alliance War and everybody's going to be dying to her, that's not going to happen. Because we're getting more and more champions that are good against Penny, or, you know, virtually perfectly designed to defeat Penny. And people are just getting better and better at fighting Penny in general. Like, at the moment, think about, like, last, you know, couple of months, we have received Halfling that, you know, is tailor-made shred on anything that Penny has. Gore, if he's high sig, absolutely ignores Penny, whatever she can do. And so does Galen, you know, can be power drained, so... And then you just kind of, like, nuke it down. Most problematic defender upon its release, to my memory, is still Iron Man Infinity War. It was just brutal. You would see Iron Man Infinity Wars with like 50 kills in Alliance War and stuff like that. Good versus Havoc since when? Since forever. You just get an armor up and that's it. If you use Silver Surfer against Havoc, you know, get an armor up from the beginning, and then the entire fight you just willpower heal. That is about it. Null is a sleeper? What do you mean sleeper? I don't see why Spider-Man how to be... Yeah, I don't see that either. That's like the main reason why I don't like most Spider-Man in this game. They're just too squishy. They don't have to be. It's like, you know, in all the comics and all the movies, Spidey's take hell of a beating and keep on going, and it's like literally in his ability said that he has improved durability and dexterity and all of that stuff. In this game, it's like, no. In this game, freaking Black Widow is, you know, better block proficiency and sturdier and bigger health pool than Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck? I really don't get it, and it really annoys me. I don't think Null is underrated. I think Null is about appropriately rated. I think he's a good champion. I do have a rank 3-6 Null, and, you know, he's good for things. He's not good for everything. Null's like Torch Curves. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, you're gonna have to explain that. How is he like Torch Curves? Hey, what's up, Arek? How are you doing? Welcome. Modok was brutal too, since he parried when stun immune. Oh yeah, Modok was quite brutal. I do remember that. Yeah, I personally would prefer ranking up Scorpion, probably. I mean, like, I don't have a 6-star Scorpion, so I'd definitely take him to like rank 3 first and then figure out exactly what I want. But I am quite sure that I'd personally would rather do Scorpion or Penny. Isn't Galen decent? For Galen now? Oh, he could be. Galen just can't take damage from region specials. Yeah, that is quite funny. Did you read my post about CGR? Look, okay. What is better rotation for CGR? Heavy, combo L, combo medium, or combo with medium, combo heavy in the special too. It depends what fight you do, you know, and how quickly you can. Okay, so in a matchup where you do not care if opponent does or does not get to their level 1 and gets to use it, then the second combo is better. Combo with medium, combo with light, heavy into special 2. That is better if you don't care about opponent throwing a special attack. That special attack will not force you to dex or stuff like that. the best thing about parry, heavy, light, medium combo is the fact that in virtually every scenario, unless you go up against a rank 5 champion, because rank 5s have an increased combat power rate. In every scenario, unless you're going up against a rank 5 champion, if you do parry heavy, combo ending light, combo ending medium, you get to throw your level 2 before opponents can even throw the level 1. That is the reason why that combo is often used. Because it just takes that away from the opponents. Opponents have no chance to use any of their special attacks under any circumstances there. But you know, doing that will likely make your aptitude expire, therefore you will overall do less damage with your level 2, which obviously can be an issue. However, it's still best in most scenarios, I'd say, when you go up against an opponent that is not rank 5. Damage crits everywhere and overtime damage like dodge. Firm damage, like crits everywhere. Well, not much build up. Well, that's the thing, he does have significantly more build up than most other champions though, doesn't he? Like, I use Null quite a lot, because I use Null for my paths in Alliance Quest frequently. But it definitely isn't like Torch. The entire point why a lot of these champions like Torch and a bunch of others are so popular is because they're absolute nukes. Null is nowhere close to being a nuke type of champion. Like, if you don't believe me, you need no other proof than checking out how quickly Null was dealing with good matchups in Battlegrounds. He was taking double the time, if not more than that, than the actual nukes, the actual torches and whatnot. And that's kind of like the problem with Null. I like many things about Null, but he does have a fairly significant ramp up and, you know, borderline non-existent damage at start. And for many places, many game modes, that's one of the most important things. Like, imagine like this. It's not, I mean, it's not just for Battlegrounds. That thing is important for a shit ton of things. Like, imagine this. If Corvus' ability worked other way around. If you started the fight and Corvus was unable to crit or do any meaningful damage for 40 seconds, and then his charges go online. Like, imagine if Corvus started with his charges offline, and then he activates them, and then he gets guaranteed crits. Do you think Corvus would be a good champion? No, he would be absolute shite. Nobody would use him. Like, literally nobody would use him for anything. It just would not be worth it to dance around for 40 seconds doing no damage, and then kind of like doing the guaranteed crit stuff. In this game, your out of the gate damage in many game modes, in a ton of matchups, is the most important thing. There's a shit ton of champions that are good only because of that. The rest of their abilities suck. They're literally only good because they can hit hard from the get-go. Like, you know, one of those champions is Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey doesn't have much else going for him. Just the fact that he's gonna hit as hard as he pretty much ever will do from the first combo of the fight. And that's a lot of damage. That's the reason why Corvus is good. That's the reason why Black Widow Deodorant is good. You know, yes, she employs the help of shocks, but the point is that she does a lot of damage very early on. And Null is not that. And because of that, you know, most people will not want to prolong their fights in Alliance War. Typically in Alliance War, especially now with the time tiebreaker, but also before that, because shorter fight means less risk. Which is the reason why, you know, a lot of nuke options are used in Alliance War, because you want to get in and out of the fight quickly. even if you have a champion that might counter the fight better, but if he takes 3 times longer, then, you know, you have significantly more chances to miss an intercept, to miss a parry, to eat a special attack when you're trying to bait it, or, you know, for something to go wrong. Because we all have margins of error. Think of it like this. If you nail 99 out of 100 parries, that means that, you know, the fact that, and if you only need to parry once in a fight, it means that statistically, you're gonna miss that parry once in 100 fights. Which is a very, you know, little margin of error. But if you need to parry 50 times in a fight, I mean, statistically, you're gonna miss a parry in every other fight. Because the fight is longer. Nothing else changed, you don't play worse. You know, nothing else is kind of like interfering with that. Just the simple fact that you have to repeat parry more times will increase the likelihood of you fucking up. The same thing goes for nailing an intercept. Let's say you nail 1 out of 5 intercepts. If you need to intercept 1 in a fight, if you need to intercept 1 time in a fight, you know, you're gonna fail it 1 out of 5 times. But statistically, if you need to do 5 intercepts in a fight, you're gonna fuck up at least 1 every fight, statistically speaking. You know, sometimes it might be 2 in a fight and sometimes none, but you get what I mean. Similarly, baiting out special attacks. If you get clipped whenever you try to bait out a special attack or something goes wrong, if you need to bait out 1 special attack, you know, you're probably gonna be fine most of the time. If you need to bait out 100 special attacks, eventually you're probably gonna fuck up and get clipped. And that, you know, that's a very, very important thing. Well, it's not 10 seconds longer though with null. With null, often it's twice as long or 3 times as long compared to the nuke options, for instance, in Battlegrounds. You know, we all can approach the fights however we want, but you know, you can't dispute what I just said, because nothing is guaranteed. You can't guarantee that you're gonna, you know, nail every parry. You do have a margin for error. You can't guarantee that you're gonna nail every intercept. You do have a margin for error. It's like, and if anything, you know, using Corvus, power stat 1 boost, 2 combos, special 2 is way safer, way more guaranteed than, you know, having a long fight. Anyway, 6-star rank to rank 3 for the memes. There is a YouTuber with a 6-star rank 4 rank. Kind of funny. But yeah, he used him a lot. My gauntlet for my 2nd rank 4. Thinking about I-bomb, when I grab all the sources, now I don't have. Well, it's up to you, Arek. Which champion you like more? Where do you land on Storm? Nah, I don't really use Storm much. Sunspot-esque champion? Yeah, kind of. I mean, Storm's cool. But yeah, I don't use her much. Pretty much for anything. What's up, gaming fan? How are you doing? I have only got Liquid Courage unlocked. Now I'll unlock. And I will... Power and Double Edge will be unlocked soon too. Willpower is must have. Still losing some health. Yeah, if you boost up, you will lose some health, AK-47. If you boost up, you do lose some health. That's why again kind of sucks for any content isn't... Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons why again kind of sucks for all the shorter content. Should do a 3-star with Apex Energy video. I do have a 6-star rank 4 Kang video on my channel, so you can check that out. Null slow like Gilly 99 slow. I'm not saying that he's the slowest, but it's not all like, here's the thing. He's not particularly fast. He's actually considered to be quite slow for, like, you know, everyday content. But I don't know. He's definitely not the champion, for instance, you'd want to bring in KVQ, even this month, where, you know, he can put up infinite amount of armor breaks. But the fact is, by the time you would even start placing some armor breaks, start gaining some furies, virtually every other champion will have long finished the fight. So he is quite slow for short and medium fights. He does have high damage output in long fights. So, you know, medium fights are like the only ones where you could possibly imagine kind of like using null with a good reason. The problem is there's also not a absolute must requirement. Why should you use null aside from specific circumstances? Like, why would you make your fights longer? Why do you think null does something else most other champions can't do? Again, Act 7 has so many attack modifiers that, you know, it doesn't quite really matter, I'd say. I mean, and null is a good champion. Again, you can find reasons why to use null, but that is going to be under specific circumstances. Null isn't like Hercules, where you want to bring in null everywhere and you know, in every piece of content you do, and just bash through it. Null is nowhere close to a champion like that. Null is a good champion. He has his use in a game. 100%. I have a 6-star rank 3 null and I use him, you know. But it's worlds apart from what you kind of would normally do. He's good, but null is good in a sense like, I don't know what other specific champion is kind of good now. I don't know. Null is good in a similar sense like Medusa is good. Maybe even less so in many cases. Because if you need to fight up some robots that can be armor broken, you know, armor shattered, sure, Medusa is like a great option. If you need some specific qualifications in these fights, null can be very good. Do people know null's rotation? Yeah, of course, you know. Why do you think we wouldn't? I have used null for Karina's challenges. I use null quite often in Alliance Quest. I have used null in Battlegrounds, stuff like that. And, you know, again, null is not a bad champion by any means, but he's not Hercules, he's not CGR, he's not Ghost, he's not any of those things. He has his uses, but those uses are fairly specific and limited. Is he like the best await counter? No. You know, because, you know, you need to play a specific way once you kind of like, once he warms up. Yeah, once he warms up. You know what else is a monster once she warms up? Proxima Midnight. Once Proxima Midnight warms up, she's a monster. Is Proxima kind of like a must-have champion? No. You know what else is a monster that warms up? Guillotine 2099. Do you need Guillotine 2099 for every content? No. You know, what else is a monster when you warm up? Aegon. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Nothing beats Aegon once ramped up. Do you do every piece of content with Aegon, or do you want to? No, not really. You can, if you don't mind taking some time, but, you know, it's just an inconvenience that you don't need to put yourself through. You know, with Odin synergy, once kind of like ramped up, Hela does insane amounts of damage, right? Are we all playing with Hela? No. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, Proxima gets capped, but, you know, even if she didn't, like, Proxima doesn't get capped in Act 7, for instance. Proxima doesn't get capped in Act 6. Do we play Proxima in Act 6 or 7? No. Why? Because there's no point. Because by the time you ramp up Proxima, or some, you know, you can finish the fight with 20 different champions. It's the same thing with null. Unless you have a very good reason to use null, don't. Because why would you take 3 times longer? So, you know, it's quite simple like that. Null does have his uses. Like, my personal favorite thing about Null is that he's a cosmic champion that has virtually no buffs. Like, if you looked at the ability kit, and if you didn't know the name of the champion, anything else, you'd kind of think that he's much similar to a science champion in a sense. And I love that. I love that he's a champion that can start the fight with lots of debuffs and have them be permanent. If you know, if you ultimately living abyss and then have all of them be paused and stuff. I love that. Sleep isn't happening tonight. Yeah, sarcasm. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will, man. Think about it. I'm gonna finish up my stream in a second, and then what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to sleep. Null, on the other hand, saves your potions. I mean, when you use Null, given the fact that in an average fight you need drop, you know, Null can heal up decent, yeah.
Eric Nelson $2. Sleep isn't happening tonight, yay sarcasm.
But again, where does he save your potions? Now you mean questing? In 9 out of 10 quests, you shouldn't need potions. You only need potions in kind of like hard, challenging, you know, super hard content. In my opinion. Might be wrong, but you know. Doing Act 7, for instance. Why? Why I need somebody who saves me potions if you don't use potions? Or you wouldn't be you know, you wouldn't be needing to even try and save yourself potions if you wouldn't be using champions that take forever to do the fight. Where does he save potions? An Alliance War? I don't think so. I haven't seen him do that much. Alliance Quest? No, maybe. Yeah, I can kind of agree. Null can save a potion Alliance Quest, but you know, guess what? You can also just not use any potions and use Hercules or Chorus or whoever else, or King Groot. You know, King Groot kind of falls, and King Groot's like way more sustainable than Null. Well, that's kind of like the thing is, in this game, good at something is not a good thing. Or being able to do something is not a good thing. Like, Jubilee could be characterized as good good for, I don't know, 9 different things. It doesn't make Jubilee a great champion. Because everything Jubilee can do, somebody can do better. And the fact itself that he's a champion that needs that ramp up and he's quite slow for majority of content is already a huge burden to undertake. Well, you know, that's the sole reason, for instance, why Aegon isn't being used for everything and everywhere, just because he starts out quite shit, and you're gonna have at least a couple of fights where he sucks. And then after a couple of fights, Aegon's going to be really good at everything. But why would you want to do that if you can bring in a champion that's going to be really good at everything from the first fight? You know what? You understand what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like with Null. Yeah, once you ramp up, he's going to be hitting very hard. But why would you want to do that if you can just bring in somebody who's going to be hitting very hard from the start of the fight? Again, Null is a good champion. I like Null. I think I see more value in Null than many other people do, because I actually do use him a lot. I did the Korean challenges, I use him for Alliance Quest. Like Null. But he's not Torch. He's not Ghost. He's not Kitty. He's not Hercules. So on and so forth. He just is not. I think people quite often like to glance over how important the starting damage is in this fight. Because those are the champions that we want to use. Because, you know, time's money, we all want to rush through quests, we all want to rush through Alliance, you know, war fights, we don't want to spend a lot of time in them. Therefore, any champion that inherently has a lot of damage from the get-go immediately has an upper hand versus any other champion that doesn't. you know, that's the entire point of why Chorus is popular, because he could nuke things down quickly. That's the reason why Ghosts and Omega Reds and Herculeses and Black Widow Deadly Origins are popular. Like, and that got kind of like revealed, I would say, yet again with Battlegrounds, especially last metas. As soon as the difficulty level went down, as soon as the length of the fights was somewhat reduced, and, you know, whether there was no node or the node was, you know, quite easy to play around, everybody just went to nuke options, you know, hit monkeys and ghosts and CGRs and stuff like that for everything and everywhere. Because that's the most important thing, how quickly you can do that. Yeah, but think about rank 4 Null has starting damage. No, that starting damage is quite shit compared to rank 4 Hercules, for instance. You know, if you bring in rank in this, it doesn't change the fact that the starting damage is crap. Yeah, rank 4 Null starting damage is going to look impressive against Act 5 champions. But, you know, not in Act 7. And any other champion that you take to rank 4 is also going to get his starting damage increased. It's up heavy. And, you know, again, I actually use my Null. Yeah? I know people that like him and I understand why they like him. But they also themselves understand, you know, the downsides and the weaknesses of Null and the reasons why he's not, you know, more popular or why he's not a champion for everybody. People always go for champions that blast content but isn't versatile. No. Then, you know, why is Mr. Fantastic popular? Why is Spider-Man 2099 popular? Why, you know, Omega Sentinel is not exactly like blasty blast champion. Why is she, you know, exceedingly popular? I-Bomb is not exactly pew 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 type champion. I-Bomb's popular. Kingpin is not the highest damage output champion. It's hard, but, you know, not blast. Shang-Chi's damage output is actually, you know, slightly above average in most cases. You know, he's no okay. Shang-Chi's damage output is quite good, but not like super high. But we can take Shang-Chi off this list, for instance. That's not quite true. Like how Starkey... Well, Starkey made a comeback for Battlegrounds. Starkey didn't make a comeback for anywhere else in the content. Because that's very important in Battlegrounds. The speed is very, very important thing in Battlegrounds. Like, maybe Null just isn't that versatile. Null's not bad, but, you know, it's not like Null is Ghost or Kitty levels of versatility, or Apox. There are things he can do, yeah, he definitely has pieces of his utility. But, no. Again, Null is a good champion. He's just nowhere close to the, you know, TP champions of the game. Why is Luke so popular? Because he's the whole package, of course I know. Starkey has always been good, but there have never been like that good of a reason to use Starkey, because he's not like the safest. Because Starkey has the different problem where you do need to gather your poises. He's extremely squishy, and, you know, something can go wrong very quickly with Starkey, very easily. And then on top of that, he does have some piece of utility, but it's not like Starkey is, again, utility machine. He does certain things very, very well. And this entire time, there was a very, very good reason why Starkey against Spider-Man was not being used in the mainstream. And Pika also says the input issues definitely don't help Starkey against Spider-Man at all. But, you know, there were very good reasons why, even though Starkey has super high damage output, or high damage output, people were not using him. Here's the thing, the way I mainly look at... No, it's not about overlooked, it's about reasons to play. like, which content did you need Starkey or would want to use Starkey over the current top champions? There isn't that much. Starkey in Battlegrounds is a bit different, because in Battlegrounds you want all of the best options. When you go in a quest, if you have Hercules or Starkey and Spider-Man to get through a quest quickly, which one you can pick? Hercules. Way easier, you know. You don't need to start ramping him up at the beginning of every fight. If you screw up, then Hercules is much more tankier, and you have immortality. So when it's a choice of which champion will do this job best, Starkey never came up, because there was always a champion for any specific task in the game that does those things better. Starkey comes up with Battlegrounds because you do not want one best champion for something. You want all the best options for the things that you matter. So you want the first top option, second top option, and third top option in Battlegrounds deck. You know what I mean? Because in Battlegrounds, you can't pick from your entire roster. In Battlegrounds, you need to work with the champions that show up, and you want to make sure that the champions that do show up can do the job well. So there were very good reasons why Starkey and Spider-Man, you know, was not popular, was not used. Because every champion, you know, is as good as the content or role that we assign to them. And Starkey didn't have a role, Starkey didn't have a content to do. With Battlegrounds, he does. It's not that people overlooked him. That there was not much reason to invest or to use Starkey and Spider-Man for a really long time. Like, he's quite squishy, so he's not an AQ champion. In Alliance War, again, he's quite squishy, and you do have to do the ramp up, whereas you could just use like Corvuses and Ghosts and whatnot to not do the ramp up, have a safer fight, and just as fast, if not faster. In general questing, why would you want to dex 10 times between every, you know, at the start of every fight, if you can just Ghost or Omega through the quest and just be super aggressive and don't need to do it? We can't always have a strategic answer, which is another reason. I mean, what do you call strategic answer? You know, to me, it sounds that your strategic answer is just a bad strategy. To me, it sounds that what you're saying, strategic answer, is the less effective way of doing things. There is a very good reason why in every game metas kind of solidify and are defined and change over time. Because meta typically is a mixture of the most effective and popular and user-friendly ways of dealing with things. And if Starkey isn't in it anymore, that by definition just kind of means that, you know, there are better ways of doing that. And you know, I wouldn't call that being strategic. I would call that less effective way of dealing with things. Be that Starkey and Spider-Man, or be that using Null as your questing champion, you know? Why would you want to bring in Null in a quest and take twice as long than you could with CGR or Hercules or something? How is that more strategic? If you only pick two champions not knowing what the content is going to be, who do you choose? Well, definitely not Null and Starkey, I'll tell you that much. You know, I'd probably pick Hercules because of his immortality. And, you know, then again, only two champions. That never does happen, though. You know, I'd pick Hercules because of his immortality, and then the second spot, I think. I don't think I would want to be redundant with like Kitty. I'd probably pick something in like Mr. Fantastic-ish or something like that, just to cover the rest of the ground. Or Kingpin or something, I don't know. Need to think about it. But again, you know, that's a hypothetical that never happens. You know, it will never ever happen. There's always some information given to you when you make decisions. First of all, you know, two champions, we don't pick in any of the game modes. Second of all, you know, it's always 1, 3, or 5. Don't remember a single quest or game mode where it is 2. Third of all, before any and every game mode, there's always some information available. You know. How would I want to make the game more painful so you'll spy? That sounds like a very strategic decision. There you go. How tall am I? I'm about 6'5". Doing path 3 in Abyss. That's it. 1 second. I'm about to finish the stream, but sure, 1 second. About to do path 3 in Abyss. Do you think that Human Torch, Doom, Apoc, Herc, Mags, all 6 is better, or should I replace Herc with path 3? I would replace Herc with Aegon. I really would. Oh, but if you go stash, well, again, Aegon doesn't really need potions. That's kind of like the cool thing. Once you ramp him up, you know, he goes unblockable and stuff like that. I'm quite sure that I would, yeah, I'd rather use Aegon over Herc. Herc isn't as good as many people think he is in like super long content. Of Ranger and Claire, who should be my first rank 3? Both on Dupe, Night and Suicides. Both on Dupe, then Claire, in my opinion. So again, I don't always choose. Again, you just told me I have. No, I don't always choose Hercules. I would choose him often because he's absolutely silly, bonkers, and busted. But I would choose him often. Second thing is, you know, when a new content comes out, the rest of the game, it doesn't matter. That content does. So I don't need to consider Alliance War, for instance. I don't need to consider Alliance quest. If Kabam releases a quest, let's say there's a mystery quest, big question mark, I know nothing, I can pick 2 champions. I don't give a shit about how good those champions are in Battlegrounds, how good they are in Alliance quest, how good they are in Alliance War, how good they are in Act 5, how good they are in Act 6. If they release a special mystery quest, what I'm going to be thinking in my head is which of these champions would do well in circumstances similar to Grandmaster's Gauntlet, circumstances similar to Eternity of Pain, circumstances similar to Abyss. So that's, again, you can't pull entire game into that, because, you know, it would never reflect entire game, because a quest is a quest, it's not a team game mode. So anything to do with champion value in team game modes goes out of the window. It isn't Battlegrounds or Incursions. Anything to do with champion value in Battlegrounds or Incursions goes out of the window, because from the simple fact that it is a quest. Yeah, but get me. So no. It's kind of cool how you're trying to lead me, but I don't think you can. I don't think you have fully kind of like thought this through. But I'm also going to tell you 100% under no circumstances, you know, Null would be the first, close to the, Null wouldn't be in top 10 or top 20 or top 30 of the champions I'd pick in a big question mark quest. Probably. Anyways, that's about it. That's going to be it for today. Good answer. Thank you. Right. I think that's about it for today. It's a quite long stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Yeah. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next month's